Welcome to Colts Beer, the podcast where football fever meets cold beer. Here we talk all things Indianapolis Colts, from epic touchdowns to close games to the hottest NFL rumors. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's tackle the next quarter together. Go Colts!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Colts Beer. It's the 16th episode. I think all of us feel a little bit bad after Sunday, but we also have some good news. Finally, George made it to Colts Beer. Pleasure to have you, George. Before I give it to you, I will show you my beer of the day. It's a Paulaner Hefeweizen. It's a Bavarian one. I realized I didn't have a Hefeweizen before. So while I put my beer in, George, would you like to say some words about yourself?
What's up, guys? Finally made it. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me because I'm all over the place. So I apologize. But I'm here. I'm looking forward to talking Colts football, although it's not the kind of football I wanted to talk because we obviously didn't win the game. However, I'm excited to be here. I love the intro, by the way. That intro was great. And I love the little drink tradition too. So I'm excited to be here, excited to talk ball. If you don't know me, I'm George from Georgeonsports. I'm a Colts fan. I have been. Next year will be 20 years as a Colts fan, which is incredible to even say, actually. Really strange. I was a fan from 2006. I used to play here in the UK as a running back, and I cover the NFL, essentially. I go to most international games. I travel to watch the Colts, like I'm sure all of you guys do as well. So yeah, it's a great season so far. I think we need to, lock in a little bit so we can really hone in on this gauntlet of a run of games. But I'm happy, man. I can't complain too much because none of us would have thought we'd be here right now. So go Colts. Oh, the drink. I've gone with Guinness.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
on a massive Guinness thing right now. I'm so obsessed. It's unreal. I can't tell you how obsessed I am. So I had to get this. I actually had one in the fridge and I drank it before I even came on the show. So I had to get my wife to get me another one. So there we go. Christoph, over to you, brother.
Yeah, hi. So I start again with Das Echte Medicine from the South Germany area because I have 3 of it from Marcel. I think he's my best beer dealer for the stuff. The whole time I meet him, he brings me beer for the show. So I need to drink them all. Sam.
So my beer this week, firstly, great to have you on, George. But this week, my beer, shout out to Ulrich and Rainer and the Austrian guys. I've gone for it basically because of what the Colts put us through on Sunday. It's called Hell. It's from Salzburg in Austria. And I wish we were cheers in a win, but go Colts.
Go Colts.
Cheers, guys. Go Colts.
Cheers, guys.
Go Colts.
Where do we?
Go on.
I mean, I guess we could start with a good. I mean, if you turn the TV off at the start of the fourth quarter, we had a very good day. I mean, things were going pretty well. I think defense. So we'll get into the weeds, but maybe like the defense played really well. We shouldn't get away from that. But I think it didn't help the length of the drives that they had. I mean, we just couldn't seem to get off the field in third down until they got into the red zone. But yeah, I mean, going off of the good, I thought we started off hot again.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Jones for 2 quarters looked like a good quarterback. Looked like we looked like a true playoff contender, not just contender, but a contender for the big games. Given that we're in Kansas City, we're on the road, we're in that hot atmosphere, and really that we were dominating that game until the fourth quarter.
Man, like where do we start? Like, I think we're number one when it comes to scripted plays. I saw a stat somewhere that the Colts are number one when it comes to first. I think it might be 14, 15, whatever scripted plays. And you're right, we looked great. And I was pacing around my house because I loved the play calls. I love what was going on. Guys were involved early. We knew coming into this game that Steve Spagnuolo, the DC of the Chiefs defense, would try and stop the run because if you're an opposing defense, you don't want Jonathan Taylor to break loose. Simple as that, right? But not everyone can do that. Certain teams can do that, and the Chiefs are one of them. So what bothers me the most is the fact that we were doing everything right. We controlled the game and the scoreline up until the end of the fourth quarter, pretty much, when they scored and took the lead. And if you're Shane, you've kept the philosophy for the whole season. You throw to score points and then you run to win, or whatever it is he says, something similar to that. So why, for whatever reason, does he decide to just not run the ball anymore? And I understand, I get that the Chiefs were selling out to stop the run, but we had a couple power plays where we pulled Quentin Nelson from left to right. JT ran it up the sideline, looked like he was going to take it to the house. We never ran that play again, not even to the other side of the field. We don't see any screen plays, no draw plays, no power plays up the middle. We're in 3rd and 1, for example, and we're in shotgun. What on earth are we doing? Like, the good was good, and we controlled the game. We held them to only to 1 touchdown, 3 or 4 field goals in Arrowhead. That's hard to do. That's so, I don't care Arrowhead is a hard place to go to. Everyone thought we'd walk in there and get smacked, and we didn't get smacked. We lost by 3 points. And every analyst going right now, I get heated, man. Honestly, like, it's so frustrating because every analyst right now online is saying how you guys saw the Chiefs ran 3 times as many plays as we did. I think they were in 90 something or whatever it was compared to our 20, 30, whatever it was. And so people were going by that and going, the Colts are lucky to not have been blown out. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You have to have watched the game to see what actually went down. The Chiefs, in fact, had to run that many plays and only managed to score 3 to 4 field goals and 1 touchdown, and put up 23 points. So that doesn't reflect what happened. We gave the game away. We gave it away. And sometimes I wonder, I'm not an OC. I've never been an OC. Yes, I've played the game at amateur level, but we could all see, watching the screen, in certain situations, why were certain play calls being called? Why were we in shotgun on 3rd and 1? Daniel Jones apparently has a fibula injury, right? You could see he wasn't fine when he was running. So hopefully it's not too serious. But 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, push with Tyler Warren, maybe. Okay, if not, I formation with Tyler Warren in the fullback, JT behind him. At least it gives us a chance, and we go, 3rd and inches, and then we can convert on 4th. We didn't look like it. I want to understand what Shane was thinking. I don't get it, and it really frustrates me because we could have and should have won this game, and it bothers me so much.
Yeah, that overtime 3rd and 1. The run you're talking about out of the shotgun, that just made no sense. I mean, I think we got 6 yards on 1st down from a throw. Then JT ran hard for another couple on 2nd down, and you just think, you don't have to run back the exact same play, but don't get out of the gun. I think Shane sometimes gets in his head he's obviously a very clever guy and he's very good at scripting up plays, and sometimes I think he just gets way too cute with it. Trying to think, like, maybe he's thinking, they'll never think we'll run it out of the gun or something, which we shouldn't. Like you said, the run where, whenever we pull Q, whenever Q is on the pull, I've not seen us lose yards ever. So even if they know that's coming, it's a yard. And I mean, the other thing that kind of with Shane, he's been super aggressive all year, and I love that. The 4th down, he's been going for it on our side of the field the whole time. And Sunday, he just seemed, he seemed to maybe lose his bottle a little bit on the 4th downs, because there were, even that 3rd and 1 scenario, so say you just run it up the middle, you get stuffed. In other games, at 4th and inches, he'd run that, Daniel Jones is going to sneak it. Jones is 6'4" or whatever it is. He's a big guy. He's going to get a couple of inches on a sneak. And it just seemed like, it seemed like he kind of lost his edge a little bit. Maybe he was concerned because, obviously, like you said, Spags had completely sold out to stop the run. Maybe that just kept playing in Shane's mind. But, I was surprised. I think it was the end of the first half as well. I thought there was a 4th and 2 that I thought would normally be where we'd go for it. But I think the 3rd down was the missed face mask on Josh Downs. I mean, the referees were terrible on both sides for both teams on Sunday. I'm not sure what that officiating crew were doing on that game, but So I think Jones obviously checked out of a run. I think for that 3rd down, like it looked like it was going to be a run. Checked out, but still, I just feel like 2 yards, the best running back in the league, you're going to
Right.
get that. You're going to get that on 2 downs. Like I just think
Yeah.
a little bit too cute with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it feels a bit when a team is able to stop the run like the Steelers did and now Kansas City did. We don't have a plan B, a real one. It just feels like we are headless when a team stops our run, and that concerns me. Not being able to adjust a game, the play calling, just throw some passes wide out and don't allow Kansas City to stand on the line with 8 guys. And yeah, that was something that really concerned me, especially in the second half.
I don't know. It's only in the second half. Look at the first. Every run of Taylor was shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the last 3 games, not only Steelers and the Chiefs, the Falcons game was the same shit. We have really luck that they goes only at the pass defense at the last 10 minutes, so we can bring the run back. In Berlin, our run game was out of the whole game. Only at the last quarter we come back with it. So that's the way for us. Bring out the run and change size and it's only passing. So and then you have easy game. And bring pressure on Daniel Jones. All quarterbacks have problems with this. And in the last games, you can read the O-line has problems with pressures. Some of the tackles not stable. Goncalves does some mistakes after the loss of his dad. I understand this move, but really, I think his mental is not on point current. He starts 7 games as one of the best right guards in the league. And after the death of his dad, he plays like a chicken without a head. So that is a problem. So you have the whole time pressure between Bartolini and Goncalves. The first games was Bartolini
Weakling.
wrong. So Quentin and Goncalves made the fast. But now you have the mid-open in our O-line, the whole time pressure on Daniel Jones. Yeah, he needs to throw and work better with this. No problem. But the O-line has a problem. And if the run game is out, Shane Steichen has no ideas. So he's a good offense coordinator maybe, but not a good play caller. It looks like the last 2 years. Only the same game every time on the field.
I would like to see some different kind of play calls because we've got the personnel to do it. We don't see JT in any screen. I mean, rarely see him in a screen game. We've seen it before. I think we might have thrown a screen against the Rams actually, and it worked quite well. You've got Q, you've got the O-line like you mentioned. In situations like that, or when Daniel Jones can tell that there's pressure on the line, again, you never know whether they're actually going to bring that pressure because they might drop out into coverage. But in my mind, I seem to think, why isn't there a coverage call for that? When you get to like, why isn't there, all right, JT, slip out into the flats? Like sometimes, in fact, that happens quite a bit where Daniel Jones dumps off to JT. But in the situations where you know the Chiefs in particular, and now every other defense is going to read that and think the same thing, especially the Texans, who can get home with just 4, by the way, without even blitzing. You know they're going to want to bring that pressure, especially when we were back in our own end zone or when we're up against it. Where is the awareness to change plays at the line or to put something in where we can have a leaking guy, be it Tyler Warren, be it Downs, be it Jonathan Taylor, as a security blanket, like we have done other times. I just feel like Shane is a bit. It's hard for me because I feel like he has been good. Like he couldn't do half of what he's doing now last season with AR because as much as I love AR he hasn't given us and he couldn't give us what Daniel Jones has given us. As weird as that is to say, but like you said, I feel like when the run game disappears. Number one, I don't want to feel like I think we still have to stick with it because with JT as well in particular, you feed him, he tends to get better as the game goes on. I do agree with that. I don't think you should abandon it altogether because at that point, the defense can just do whatever the hell they want. At that point, they can just do what they want. And that's kind of what happened in the game. We went 3 and out 3 times in a row, wherever it was, because we just decided not to run, and Shane threw the ball 11 or 12 times back to back to back to back. I think we can do so much better. I think these end of game breakouts where if we're falling apart and we can't run it and we can't make these completions because the play calling maybe is a bit too basic, or defenses know what's coming because Shane always says it, like pass to score, run to it. Why can we not switch it up a little bit and get a little bit more creative? We've got guys to do that. I just don't get why he's so sometimes reluctant to come out, step outside that box a little bit and do something different, that perhaps like a wide receiver screen to the flats, take the snap, immediately chuck it out to downs, get some guys blocking upfield. We don't see anything different. It's always the same kind of things. And I'm not complaining to the point that we're 8-3, right? Let's just say we're 8-3. None of us here would have said we'd be 8-3. None of us. And I don't think any fan you ask would never have said that, especially since Daniel Jones, because we didn't know we didn't know what we were getting. Now we know what we've got. So we'll take that. 8-3 is great. We nearly beat the Rams. Well, I keep saying it. We beat the Rams. We gave up 2 touchdowns. We lost to the Rams. The Steelers game, I'm using as an anomaly. The O-line was atrocious that game. Daniel Jones made some boneheaded plays. It is what it is. And then we obviously lose to Kansas City, which we should not have lost, considering how that game went. Because the Chiefs game was nothing like the Pittsburgh game. We controlled this game from start technically to finish, until Shane Steichen just shat his pants for whatever reason and decided to not do what we were doing. So I see that comment there about a new OC. I actually don't think we need a new OC personally. I don't know what you guys think. It's a big conversation right now. I don't think we need a new OC. I don't.
But the following comment: end station, stop calling plays.
You could give them the play calling duties, I guess. I mean, the only way we get a new OC is if Jim Bob gets hired, which I think would be premature, but I think he'll probably get interviews, I'd imagine, for some of the teams. But yeah, he could pass off a play calling. I think, I mean, to touch on what you said, George, the screen game, that's what I can't wrap my head around. Like, we couldn't run the ball in that fourth quarter. I mean, we should have run the ball, even if we were losing yards, we should have run it just to eat some clock. But if he's so certain that you're not going to be able to run the ball, then take away some of these, like the trickier pass plays, and just throw a screen. If it gets stuffed, if you get a yard, you still get 35 seconds off the clock. Whereas, the incompletion to Pittman, I think it was on the third down, the one where Jones just hurried it. Like, we were throwing, like we were just in like panic mode. Yeah, we were up 11, and we were panicking. Yeah, and I don't know what that stems from. To touch on what you said, Christoph, offensive line. Obviously, Goncalves is going through some bad stuff. So thoughts to him. Like, don't want to go in too hard, but yeah, he had his worst game of the season Sunday. I think. I mean, he had a bad matchup. Chris Jones is still a very good player. I mean, he's not the same player he was. So it kind of shows what we put on tape on the offensive line in the middle on Sunday. We just, and I don't know whether that's where the panic came from. Daniel Jones stopped trusting the offensive line maybe a little bit, because there were some throws he was just getting them at. Like, you could see from the snap, he was like, I'm just going to throw this as quickly as humanly possible. I'm not really sure where I'm going to throw it to. It felt like we panicked when I just don't think we needed to. I just think we needed to throw a wide receiver screen. I mean, the one screen we did throw Sunday, the Tyler Warren one, where he leaked out, it was, a fingertip tackle away from a touchdown.
He was that close.
Yeah. And watching it back today, that play felt like it changed the game, because if that goes 24-9,
we win.
I think the Chiefs are cooked at that point, unless Mahomes turns into Superman. There was just a few plays here and there where I think if it went our way, then we'd win that game. But it didn't go our way, and what's concerning is when they didn't go our way, is we kind of went into our shell, and just it looked like we didn't believe we could win that game. When we were up by 11, it looked like we were clicking it with our fingernails. So
it's weird, because the Chiefs did what we usually do. Like, they gave the ball to Kareem Hunt over 20 times, I think, and completely run down the clock, which is what we usually do. They just handed it to us to the point where we had nothing left on the clock, had to use all of our timeouts, of course, I know we've spoken about the negative, but the defense, Jermaine Pratt in that linebacker position next to Zaire Franklin was great. He had an all-pro level game. If you look at the stats, like the defense did well for what they were on the field for over 40 minutes. I listened to Cam Bynum post-game locker room press conference questions, and they were on the field for over 40 minutes. That's a tough ask for a defense against Patrick Mahomes, who they did nothing big downfield apart from the end of the game where they had to play to Rashee Rice to seal it, and then the play before that was to Xavier Worthy, where I think he got a step on Javarius Ward. Ward and Sauce, by the way, who had decent games. There was nothing crazy over the top. It was dink and dive, run the ball all the way down the field, and we for some reason we couldn't do it, and they could. But I want to just say the defense were good. I don't want to gloss over the fact that I know we lost the game and the offense faltered, but the defense did us good. They kept us in the game, to be fair. I know we lost, but the goal line stand, which they only converted for a field goal rather than a touchdown. Go on, Andres.
But yeah, talking about the defense, the defense is great in the red zone. It's still awesome how they can stop the ball. When we don't need our linebackers to cover. You just said Pratt and Franklin had a great game. Yeah, they had a great game tackling. Pratt had 20 tackles, but he still can't cover. Patrick Mahomes was able to do anything on that area behind the lines because no one's coming. When it gets too close to the end zone and this area doesn't exist anymore, our defense is awesome. But on the open field, so we hope when Calais come back, hopefully this week, he will head there. But at the moment, this is. We talked about that before. Colts had barely forever problems with defending tight ends. But yeah, right now it's really all parts of our defense are great. The defensive line is great. The edges are great. The defensive backs are great. But covering right behind the line is a huge issue that will hurt us during the season, and especially if we went to the playoffs. There it will hurt us really hard, I think, if we don't do anything.
Yeah, and I think, for me, Sunday, and I'm wearing his jersey. He's probably my favorite Colts player, but I don't know. It's way too early to say, this is the end. This is the demise of Kenny. But there was points in Sunday where he just didn't look like himself. Now, I think there were a few players that didn't look like himself. Watching Sauce, he played pretty well. But, it looked like he was running in treacle. It looked like his legs were heavy. A few players looked heavy legged on Sunday.
I'm glad you said that, because the very first run play from JT, he looked he looks like he's got metal plates on his legs. And sometimes when you come into an environment and you can feel it on your shoulders, I don't know if that's what it was. I know, again, we led the game, and JT took a while and he had that decent run with the pull with Q, but the first couple of plays that he ran, he looked incredibly leggy to me. Yeah. He looked so leggy, and
it's strange coming out of a bye as well. But one of the things that I've seen floating around that is a negative on the Colts, and we saw it in Pittsburgh, and to a certain extent we saw it in Berlin, is playing on real grass. It doesn't really look like we struggle on real grass, and timing of throws, everyone looks like they're a step behind where they normally are. Which is obviously, unless you're the 1 seed, you're going to have to go and play in these environments, real grass in the playoffs. So my guy Kenny, I was a little bit concerned about him on Sunday.
I think he had a couple. He had a flag. Again, you said it. The officiating was atrocious as it was on both sides, to be fair. But I think Kenny had a flag or two. Special teams has been great for us this season. It has been.
Yeah, the whole season. Yeah.
The sad thing about that is we've now just lost probably the most selfless and do-it-all guy on the team with Ashton Julian, who I love. He's such a dark horse, never really gets the credit, but he does everything. And he's got a hamstring injury, so he'll be out for some weeks. I don't know how long that's going to be, but
they've put him on IR just now. Well,
have they really?
Yeah, he's on IR. So I think
got him.
George Odom is coming up. What Peter said. Odom.
What guy to place in? I mean, I love Julian, but Odom he's a great special teams guy. That comment about a new DC, I definitely don't agree. The only way I agree with getting rid of Lou is because the Giants apparently want to hire him, and I hope he goes nowhere. If he goes, I think we're in trouble, because all you have to do is look back at last season and the season before that with what's his name, Gus Bradley, who did nothing but run cover 3 zone and was. Do you guys swear on this? Do you swear on this show? I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
And when it comes to Gus Bradley,
he was fucking atrocious. I'm sorry. He was so bad. He was so bad. Never blitzed. Only sat in cover 3 zone. It was pathetic. I love Lou Anarumo. I love him. I love the guys that he's brought in and buying him and Sauce and Mooney, and I love him. I think he's great. This is his first season with us. I think he's done very well for what we've got. We've got good players. I don't think we need a new DC at all. Personally, that's my opinion.
So I think he meant it like you said that maybe Lou Anarumo is going to New York. And like I said, we will be in trouble. We invested a lot in his defensive scheme right now. The cornerbacks we get, we basically ignored the linebacker position because Lou didn't like linebackers.
He
and
built
all
from the
that
back to the front. So that's probably for people who don't know.
Yeah.
So and all that, we would be really in trouble if he leaves after one season.
I would be mad at him.
What do we think about the pass rush on Sunday?
Christoph, what do you think?
It was okay, but not great. Only this is the same like the last
Latu.
Latu makes really much impact and pressure on the guys, but the rest is still run stop. Sorry.
Yeah.
We need a pass rusher. So
I agree. I feel like you watch these games and apart from when we call some stunts and you see Zaire flip and come up the middle and puts pressure, we never really get home. And that's a big concern. We never really get home. Like, the quarterbacks have too much time to do what they want. And if you do that, you're going to get killed, especially if our linebackers can't cover in coverage. That's a problem. So I do agree with that big time. And I thought we were going to get someone free agency. Obviously, we went out and got Sauce. I understand that. Latu's coming on strong. I've got no complaints about Latu. But it'd be nice if we had someone on the opposite side of him who could actually just get home. Beat your man one-on-one and get home. We don't have that right now. However, I wonder if the reason why we never did that is because we were obviously counting on having that Buck and Grover Stewart in the middle, who are probably the best. That's phenomenal, those two. Phenomenal. But we don't have Buckner right now. And you could see that. You can see it as clear as day. If we have Buckner in this game, we win this game without all this drama. Because Kareem Hunt doesn't churn those yards up the middle like that. He doesn't. Not with Buckner.
No.
So if you've got Buckner and Grosvenor, then it kind of... And by the way, you've got Sauce and you've got Mooney, who can play good man coverage, which gives the D-line an extra beat to get home. Because if you notice, Mahomes did not want to go outside. He did not want to go. He did not want to throw the ball downfield to these sides. He wanted to stay within the numbers. And that's the effect of Mooney and Ward. Now, if you... Mooney and Sauce, sorry. If you then have Buckner and Grover Stewart eating up those guys in the middle, then you've got Latu and maybe Ebukam or Quitty Pay, whoever, sweeping up. It could work. And I understand that. But especially not having Buckner is a serious problem. You talk about the Texans. The Texans, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Joe Mixon, whether he comes back or not, but he killed us last season pretty badly. I forget who it is they've got. Is his name Ward or something? Mark something, the running back they've got right now. I'm not sure who it is.
Oh, the rookie, yeah, I can't remember his name.
But
they got
I have him in fantasy. Mark,
yeah.
Mark is his name.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the best run game, fine. Their O-line is atrocious, I get it. But that goddamn defense, defense is talk about getting home with 4 guys without even having to blitz. Daniil Hunter from the Vikings, former Viking. You've got Anderson, who's just a freak of nature. Even whoever was playing those Texans D-line are ferocious. They will eat you alive. So that's my concern for Sunday. I know I might have jumped. Woody Marks, thank you, Peter. Might have jumped ahead.
I think what you're saying now shows it makes you think about what we've got with our D-line. Obviously, I mean, like you said, Buck was a massive miss on Sunday. You could see it. Like I like Addy. I think he's good, but you can tell that he's like a rotational, third down sort of pass rushing blitzer. Like that's his thing. But when it comes to the run, like, I mean, I think Gallimore's actually been pretty solid for us this season.
He has. Yeah, he has. From the Rams, right?
Yeah. When you've got him and Grover, you know, they're two nose tackles, basically. You're missing that kind of technique guy in Bucks. We definitely missed him. But when we're talking about edge rushers, like we've got one good edge rusher, Latta, and then it feels like we've just got a bunch of rotational players. Like I mean, Quitty Pay is good against the run, looks good against the run, and sometimes he comes up like he seems to be a bit kind of hit and miss. Like he'll have 2 sacks or he'll have just no impact whatsoever. And then you've got Tyquan Lewis, obviously coming back from an injury, so not too much there. Eddie Cam also coming back from injury, but you just haven't got that second guy. So when you're missing Buck,
it shows, man.
Shift you just to left side, and you don't have to really worry about what's coming off the other edge.
When is Buck coming back after the Texans game?
No, well, he has to sit out one more.
Damn.
I couldn't is it 4 weeks or 4 games?
It's 4 games. It's 4 games. It's 4 weeks. It's 4 games. So is this? So we've had Oh, Jesus Christ!
I missed. So
I think a lot of us learned that in the last days. It's 4 games for 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I was trying to be positive and go, "Oh, it's only 4 weeks. He'll be back." But no, I was saying to JJ, who told me actually, because I asked JJ about what is the rule here, and he even said that it was. He kind of learned himself. It's not 4 weeks, it's 4 games, which sucks. But at least he'll be fully healthy. If we can, what do you guys think? Just putting you on the spot. Can we beat the Texans? Yes or no? We're at home. We're hungry for revenge. Do you think we can do it? Christoph, can we do it?
You need to. There's no offense on the field. Sorry. Davis Mills against our coverage. Sorry. No. And the O-line of them, sorry, there's nothing. Usually Lato makes 3 sacks on this game.
Yeah.
That is, sorry, no.
So that's a yes.
We can't lose. If we lose this game, really, fire all our coaches and we go in rebuild. Sorry, that we have a problem. There's no offense. Sorry, Davis Mills is no quarterback for.
No, it's not. It's going to be CJ. CJ. I mean, okay. So he hasn't cleared. He hasn't cleared yet. He has to have, I think, 2 practices or whatever it is before they clear him. Yesterday, he was still in concussion protocol. Yesterday was Monday. There should be, in fact, we should be hearing pretty soon what happened in terms of. Has anyone seen anything? I don't know. Let me have a look.
No, well, I think he practiced last week
okay.
He practiced at least once last week, but not without the non-contact on. So I think you got to practice with a non-contact jersey, and then you can.
Right.
If he's really back, then maybe they have a chance. But you need to know he isn't the read guy who can cut a D-line, or a defense with South, with Ward. So and Kenny Moore maybe comes back. Sorry, last game wasn't this game. So there's no chance for that. So usually, the problem will be the pass rush on Daniel Jones in this game. So
honestly, I'm so afraid, man. The Bills are strange because they lost to the Falcons on Monday night, Thursday night, whatever it is. They got blown out massively. They get beat up by the Dolphins. They get beat up by the Texans. I mean, they're a strange team. At least we've been relatively consistent to a degree. Like, you look at our losses and you can pinpoint exactly what happened and whatever. The Rams, we won, but we didn't. The Steelers was an anomaly. Forget about that game. And the Texans, the Chiefs is all on Shane. That's what I'll say, those 3 losses. But we have to couple that with his injury, because I do think there's something there. He did not look comfortable running at any point in this game. He was like pulling up short. He did not look good running. And you're going to be running for your damn life if that O-line don't help out with Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter, because just being able to get home with 4 means you can have an extra couple guys or an extra guy in coverage, which does so much for their defense. Whereas you don't have to commit 5 to the pass rush. Whereas I don't know how the O-line is going to hold up, but that's going to be everything. If we can hold up, just give him a beat, and Daniel Jones has to get the ball out. And by that, we're going to have some kind of options where we have a flat with JT or a flat with Tyler or Josh, just someone to relieve the pressure. Because if we don't, that D-line is going to kill us. They are ferocious. They did, was it 8 sacks or 7 sacks on Josh Allen? It was horrible. It was horrible. And their secondary is decent as well. So
I mean, to be honest, that defense doesn't. EJ Speed was the only weak link I could see against the Bills. He was the only guy that, because is it Al Shair, however he's pronounced?
Yeah, Aziz Al Shair, yeah,
flying all over the place as well. So yeah, I mean that defense is a problem. I think touching what you said, the flat. I mean, on Sunday, the throw where Daniel Jones tried to throw it to 3 Chiefs players and they all basically tackled each other.
What the hell was that?
So we will have a change on the field with our O-line. You need to know 2 loud stadiums, away games. Arrowhead is one of the loudest.
Yes.
Pittsburgh is really shit to play there.
Yes, correct.
Same as and Berlin. All guys who was in the States flying to Germany knows that you have a delay in your head. So they comes Friday. So no easy game for them. I think now it is the first home game. Maybe the O-line comes back.
Yeah.
But it's quiet at the field. You stay at home. You are really clear in your head. I think we look much better than the Bills.
Okay, but Christoph, on that point though, clearly, like I'll throw the Patriots in there, and I know they've got an easy, like if you want to call it, they've got the easiest remaining schedule according to all the stats and whatever.
Yeah,
like we had typically a decent running with games, but the Patriots, there's a lot of talk about them getting the 1 seed because of their schedule. I don't think they're going to get the 1 seed because they got to play the Bills again, and the Bills are not just going to lie down and lose. And they got the Ravens again, who have come back from 1-5 to 6-5. They might not look the best, but they're getting pieces healthy. So I don't think I don't think the Patriots end up with number 1 seed. But the Patriots are 6-0 on the road. I don't know what road games they've had, because surely, and I know it's a thing, home and away, it makes a difference. It really does. But if you want to get to the final dance, surely you've got to be able to win on the road in these hostile environments. And you are right. Arrowhead is a horrible place to go and play. Pittsburgh, we haven't had any success there in God knows how long because, again, horrible place to go and play as an away team. But I just feel like, and again, to be fair, LA don't really have any fans. We technically won that game and didn't win that game. Arrowhead, we did a job and we should have won it. So that would have been great standing for us to say we've been to Arrowhead, we've been to LA, we won those games, and we're standing here at 10-1, 11-1, whatever the hell it is. Instead, we're not. So I do agree with you. We come back home and then we're away to the Jags after that, right? Which is a game we absolutely this whole curse thing. We have to. We have to. We broke the first curse with the Dolphins after not winning our opening season game in 11 seasons, whatever the hell it is. There's no fucking around. I'm sorry for swearing, but we cannot afford to lose. We can't. Some people have actually said that the loss to the Chiefs isn't all that bad because they're not a divisional opponent. In the AFC South. Yeah. But
I think the biggest problem for our team is if you as an enemy, you come in our heads, we have a problem. In our games, we lose on ourselves. Because it's mistakes on rookie problems with Mitchell. You have the O-line, hey, TJ Watt is going behind you and destroys your quarterback 2 times. Then he's in your head. So in the row, you're really busy. Come to Germany. It is a different game. You know what I mean? It is loud, but still loud. The whole time we are loud, not in the States games. So I think there's a big difference now for us to work at our heads.
Yeah.
So work at the mental, stay there. Hey, shit happens. And go back out the field. I think Curran or offense is staying there. Fuck, I missed this guy. I dropped the ball. I missed this pass. I dropped the ball. So then in all this, it is in the head. So then you can see we go down or we win with all what we have. Yeah. So that is the problem. Stay in your mental. Hey, turnover is no problem. Get back next round. Mahomes is a guy, you can sack him 5 times, 6 times. Yeah. You can destroy this asshole, and in the last 2 drives, he scores 2 fucking touchdowns and says,
he always looks like no matter what happens to Mahomes, you sack him, you take away the pass, you take away the run. He always just looks zoned in. Doesn't matter what's going on. But I'm not trying to, and I'm not saying Daniel Jones, because people are talking about, the whole look that he gives. I'm not talking about all that. Like, give the guy a break, because he wasn't the problem in this game. He was not the problem. And people, the media are being lazy, going, Daniel Jones ain't the guy. It was nothing to do with Daniel Jones, aside from the thrown in triple coverage, yes. But it wasn't to do with Daniel Jones. But you're right, Christoph. I'm starting to think, how do we change that mentality? Because clearly it seems like we're heavily affected by that. And some teams clearly aren't. See the Patriots, see the Chiefs. Like, how do we, be at home or away, how do we switch our mentality to not allow these things to affect the guys? Because it seems once something goes wrong and it gets in their head, it seems like heads drop, not physically, but mentally. And then that spills into the rest of the game. So it's a good point. It's a good point.
I mean, one thing I wanted to touch on, see what you guys think. Where we've played, it was really obvious. It was most obvious in Pittsburgh, and it was pretty obvious yesterday. And I don't know whether it's because Bortolini and Goncalves effectively rookies, the second-year guys, but they're effectively rookies. The silent count. It seems like that when we're in a hostile environment, they are jumping the count instantly. So it's not necessarily that they're playing bad, but when Chris Jones is off the ball instantly, are we just? Oh, is it too obvious? Like, is it a young offensive line that are maybe giving away the count just too easily when they're in these hot environments?
Did we go silent count? I thought we did once or twice. I'm not sure. In the Chiefs game, I don't know. Do you guys remember?
I mean, Steelers game it was really obvious.
Yeah.
They're doing it too obviously.
I think you have only the problem at Bartolini. So you see it with the snaps. If he makes a good block, he's fast. The snap goes short or really high. So there's the only guy with the problems. By Goncalves, I don't think he has a problem with the speed to bring it on point. Only Grant after the death of his dad.
Yeah.
So I think there's a mental problem.
That there is an issue. You saw on that 1 3rd down. I can't remember which one it was. But you saw it was super loud at Arrowhead, of course. And you saw Matt Goncalves just turning his head, actually looking what Daniel Jones is doing. And before the snap started, he claps on Bortolini's ass. He should start. I mean, how obvious is that?
I did see that.
On
set, you see that there is a real issue with that.
And I think it kind of back around to the point you're making around them. It's kind of a mentality thing. When things are getting hot, there's just a little bit of panic that kind of sets in. And, in the first 2 quarters, we kept the crowd pretty quiet.
They were quiet, bro. They were quiet.
You could see that with how we were playing. We were basically we were doing whatever we wanted on offense. Really, nothing really went wrong. And then as soon as it got hot, and it just kind of all creeps in. So we've got to figure out how we can sort that out. I mean, obviously Sunday we should have a nice environment.
Man, honestly, I can't. I mean, there's a question from Daniel there about big moments, but I'm sitting here thinking, and it's all hindsight because that's all you can do. But you look at those games, and I keep repeating it, and it drives me nuts. Even when I go to bed, it drives me nuts. We should have fucking beaten the Rams. We had them beat, because look at what the Rams are doing right now. They are destroying everybody. They are killing everyone. But we had them. We took them down away from home, and we should have won by, I think it would have been 2 touchdowns. I think in the end of it, maybe with the 2 touchdowns that we had taken back, or maybe 1 because they scored at the end. We should have had them. We should have. The Pittsburgh game, fine. I'll accept it. We were all shit. The O-line went up to it. It was a terrible game. We gave away the ball 6 times. We never do that. We didn't give away the ball once against the Chiefs, and we should have had 1 pick. We were lucky. I get that. But that is the Pittsburgh game. I would accept that. That's an anomaly. That will not happen again. The Rams game is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I know people can't. I know it's in the past. I know it is, but I can't get it out of my head. It comes down to one. And I like Adonai Mitchell, by the way. I think he's good. But you can't be doing shit like that, because you've cost us that and you fucked off to the Jets. I'm so sorry. I just get so annoyed. And then Kansas, for God's sake. Shane, I was praising this. Some of his play calls, like the fake punt and the other, he's been good. He has been good. Yeah. But then when it comes to like crunch time, so I guess, Daniel, kind of to your question about winning in big moments, kind of coming to that, I don't know why he seems to deviate from the normal. Like, please tell me on what earth, when it's 3rd and 1 or 4 and 1, why are we not running up the middle with a fullback or push? Even if you don't want to use Daniel Jones, use Tyler Warren. The guy's a man mountain. What is the excuse?
Yeah.
Instead, we fucking shotgun. What are you doing? Gun? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? I don't get it. If we can see this is what it really frustrates me. If we can see this as fans, right? We're at home screaming at the TV going, hold up. It's 3rd and 1. It's 3rd and 2. It's 4th and 1. What the hell are we doing in this formation? Why are we doing this? None of us are OCs. We're just fans of the game. If we can see it, why can Shane not see it? After calling some amazing games, some amazing play calls, making some amazing decisions, why, when it gets to those moments, does he seem to go, oh, you know what? Let's try and be a bit different. Fuck all that shit. You got the best running back in the NFL. You've got the best rookie tight end who can play quarterback. He can play fullback. He can do it all. Why get cute? Why?
Yeah, we didn't see any of that. We didn't see any wildcat, no fullback, Tyler Warren. You know, he was kind of, he was in the back.
It's so hard to take because, again, the media drive me mad. They are the things that they say, and I get they've all got hit clicks and whatever, but honestly, it infuriates me so much. And I'm glad that when you hear the players speak, and sometimes the reporters tell them about what people are saying and they kind of shut. I'm sure they see it, but they try and shut all that crap down because they know it's not what they need to be seen. I'm glad they kind of try and put that to the side. But man, those 2 games that we dropped with the Rams and the Chiefs, we should have had them. I still think Daniel. I still think Shane is the guy. If this occurrence happens again at any point in this season where we're up and we blow a lead, not because of I don't know, Lou Anarumo or the defense, because I think the defense have played well. We bend, but we don't break. I'll give them that. If this thing happens again where as a result of play calling and as a result of Shane not wanting to give JT the ball or find different ways, screen game, counter, pull the guards and tackle. If we don't see that and we end up losing the game, I'm going to be so damn mad because this is twice now. You have to learn your lesson. I just saw a notification come up from NFL saying Shane Steichen looking at his play calling because of the blown lead. You better. You absolutely better, because there's been no time like this season for the Colts. We've been waiting for so many years. The fans are hyped. People love us. The people want to play for the Colts. But you can't keep feeding this silly little narrative of not being able to do the basic things right. Like 1 yard, and you go in those formations. I don't know, man.
Touch on Daniel's point, big moments. I mean, Sunday is absolutely massive.
Bro.
I think I saw the win, if we're talking about playoffs, a win up to 94%, a loss takes you down to 69, and then it starts getting nervy. This Sunday is the game for Steichen to really prove that, when we need that win. Because if we beat the Texans, you got 9 wins. You're what are you 3-0 against the division at that point?
Yes, correct.
You would have to. There'd have to be something monumental to happen in the playoffs at that point.
No.
If you go in Sunday, you beat the Texans, and then you go to Jags and you break the curse.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC South's wrapped up at that point.
Yeah, I think 10 wins will get it for us. I think.
Yeah, 10 wins is playoffs, but then you'll be 4-0 in the division. The Texans, Jags will both be 2.5 games, maybe 3 games back at that point.
Yeah.
It's done. So this is the time. This is when you really get your team fired up and you go and win these games, because these are the moments that when it comes to January, you need to be ready for this.
Fact.
You can't come and do a Pittsburgh performance in January. And
I want to go to. Oh, sorry. Go on.
A lot of people complaining about our schedule for the rest of the season. I think it's quite easy. Just beat the Texans. Easy. Beat the Texans, beat the Jags twice, and you're in the playoffs. You win the AFC South no matter what.
Exactly.
You just have to beat 2 teams twice. You can focus on 2 teams.
Because I think. Sorry, go on.
Do we get Trevor Lawrence when he plays against the Colts, where he looks like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, or do we get Trevor Lawrence when he plays against any other team and he looks absolutely
because he's not been great.
No, he was awful again on Sunday.
They won, obviously, but
they won, but it certainly wasn't because of Trevor Lawrence.
And now you think about them going up against because they're all both the Texans and the Jags are used to going up against Gus Bradley. This ain't Gus Bradley no more. And you got different guys on the outside. It will make a difference, guys. It will. But like I was going to say, I want to go to Indy in January for the first time ever for playoff football. I do not want to be going and we stink up the place because I will be so mad. I've waited 20 years. Well, it will be 20 years. Like, please, let's just do that. And to all of your points about, again, the big games and Texans, Shane Steichen has to really sit and do everything in his power to go, okay, we know what we can do good. Let's figure out what happens when we can't do those things. And the Texans is a perfect opponent because we know what they love to do. D'Amico Ryans will blitz. He'll send pressure. He will eat us alive if we don't have a plan. If we can come out and show that we've got a plan against this four-man front and the blitz, I think we're going to be great. We'll be good and we'll win the game. If we don't see no damn change-ups, then, man, I don't know. I honestly don't know because the Texans are still there. Are they 500 right now, I think? Are they 500? I'm not sure what they are. Hold up. The Texans are 6-5.
5, yeah.
6-5. Jags are 7-4. We are 8-3.
You're talking wrong. The Texans 6-6 next week.
Yeah,
I like it.
Now, book it in.
I like it.
I just realized the most depressing thing on Daniel's question here is I was at the Texans game 23 and I was at the Broncos game 24.
Really?
So there's a link here.
Stay at home.
Never go back to the States. Never.
Stay there. Don't do
So
it.
I also saw the Colts winning against the Titans, but
but no in the big moment. Please stay at home in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Don't drive to the States.
we still think about to go to the San Francisco game. But
Oh, on that point, that's a good point. So we've spoken about the divisional because we're 2-0 in the division. We dealt with the Titans, easy money. We're about to hopefully do the same. I'm not so concerned about the Jags, if I'm honest. I'm concerned about the Texans. I'm not trying to say the Jags are pushovers, but I think we can be okay with the Jags, even away from home. It's the Texans that concerns me. But then you've got the 49ers, like you said, Andreas, and we've also got the Seahawks. Now, I'm not sure about the 49ers, but the Seahawks game, I'm just going to say it. I think that's a loss. I'm just saying it. I could be completely wrong. Because any given Sunday, like the Eagles just lost after putting up 21 points to zip to the Cowboys. The Panthers beat the Green Bay Packers a couple weeks ago. Weird things happen. The Seahawks, I think, are bloody great. In fact, after the Rams, I have the Seahawks as the second best team in the NFL, and then the Eagles. That's how I see it personally. NFC is strong as hell right now. AFC is weird, man. Like the Bills are playing. Who are the Bills playing? I'm not sure. But you got the Bills who are just dropping games like nothing. Like the Baltimore Ravens nearly lost to the Jets on that. They nearly lost to the Jets, and that would have been wild. But the AFC is a bit shaky. The Seahawks, I'm going to say, is a loss. I don't know what you guys feel about that game. But technically, it shouldn't matter too much if we can win the Jags twice, win the Texans twice. I don't know how you guys feel about that game.
If we're 10 because Seahawks, we got Texans, Jags, and the Seahawks, right? So if we go to the Seahawks game 10-3, like you said, it almost doesn't really matter. I agree. I mean, again, what we've talked about, hot environment. Seattle's one of those places where it gets very loud.
Yeah.
I didn't Sunday. They only just about squeaked past the Titans, right? I mean, they were
so how crazy is that, right? You're talking about the Tennessee Titans who are 1-10, who that is very strange. This is what I mean. Imagine they'd lost. This is why I think the Patriots won't get the number 1 seed when you got the Bills and the Ravens there. I'm not too sure who the Broncos have left, but they haven't got it as easy as the Patriots do. There's going to be losses in that road for sure. Everything will flip by the time we get to the playoffs or whatever. But I looked at that scoreline and I was like, this is interesting because the Titans are trash. We know that. They haven't got anyone to do anything. They've got a couple good wide receivers. Run game is meh. Defense is whatever. But for them to nearly come back and win that game was interesting for me to see because the Seahawks have a good defense. They've got a good defense. So I was interested in that because I don't know whether it tells us anything for our game or not. We don't know where we'll be by then. But in my mind, so long as we can win these other games against divisional opponents, I think if we lose to the Seahawks, I'm not too fussed.
That's what I said. That's why I call it easy. Just win your divisional games, and you don't have to care about the Seahawks game. But talking about the Seahawks, if you be able to stop JSN, you actually stop their whole offense. So it's like with us with JT, just stop JSN and it's an open game.
And we got the guys for it now with
we do.
It doesn't matter who it is. They can.
I think that's what intrigues me the most now that we've got those guys, right? This was the first game we had Sauce and Mooney opposite sides of the field, and they do make a difference. Yes, Xavier Worthy caught a ball on Ward at the end of the game, and there was also a pass to Rashee Rice in the corner of the end zone where he wasn't able to bring it in. I think Sauce, he might have he got Sauce. It wasn't awful, but he did get a step on Sauce, but he didn't catch it, luckily. And Sauce was frustrated. But they make a big difference, guys. Nico Collins in this Texans game is going to want to get downfield, just like he did against us with AR. You've got Christian Kirk now, a guy we know well from the Jags, a little speed slot merchant. So but then you got Kenny Moore, you got Bynum, you got Nick Cross, then you got those guys on the outside. So I think it will make a difference. So hopefully. And did Tyquan Lewis play, by the way? I can't remember if he played many. He did, because he's actually quite decent. I'm not sure what he's like coming off the injury, but goodness.
I think it was Tyquan who, when Mahomes was running to the sideline and looked like he was going to step out, and the defense kind of was like worried that Mahomes was going to do his usual flop, and I think that was Lewis. I think that was Tyquan was out there on that.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Nico Collins has killed us. He's absolutely
every time. He's a huge receiver, fast, strong. But we've got who? Do you reckon we put Ward? I would rather see Ward on Nico. That's what I would say personally.
Yeah. I mean, I think, Ward had considering that Ward had been out for 4 games.
Yeah. From
concussion, he took that massive hit as well, didn't he?
I was so concerned, man. I was so concerned.
So I'm not surprised that he didn't look the same when he came back from that blindside block. He looked a little bit weaker in the fourth, which again, he's been out for 4 games, so a heavy amount of defense. He was going to tire, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, I to be honest, I'd be fine not following him. Like, line Nico up wherever you want, and if you want to go Sauce's side, fine. If you want to go Mooney's side, fine. Like. I think it would be like, I think Kenny versus Christian Kirk will
be key.
Kind of be the key for me. And Nick Cross, I think Cross has been one of our best defenders this season, but not necessarily in coverage. I'm a little bit. He's not been great when he's been covering. Tackling, like run defense, is ridiculous, unbelievable. So if we can get him to match up with who's Texans tight end at the moment?
Dalton Schultz, who has been on. Davis Mills likes him a lot. Yeah. He targets him often, but again, it's CJ, and CJ wants to throw that deep ball. He wants to throw the deep ball.
But if we can if Cross can take away the tight end, then I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. I mean, I think we'll be good. I'm definitely putting us down for a win on Sunday. Their offensive line is so bad that I think Zaire is going to get sacks.
Yeah,
because to be not a huge Zaire fan this season, he's looking like struggled a bit. The best thing he does is blitzing at the moment. When he's coming up with stunts, that's the best thing he's doing at the moment. Yeah, I think he's gonna get home. Yeah, Latu, I think maybe a nice little breakout, and then if we're forced, whoever the quarterback is, if we're making them throw like what's happening to Daniel Jones, if we're making them throw in 1.5-2 seconds, I think our defense is going to feast.
Yeah, just imagine Buckner was back. Man, I'm so gutted about that. But hey, it is what it is. We just got to win the game. Then we go on to Jacksonville and break that damn curse. Then I feel so much better. Much better.
We've got a mini curse as well, so the UK watch party this weekend in Manchester, we're currently 0-3 on watch parties. So there's a little mini curse coming for this weekend.
Oh man, please guys, cancel it. Forget it. Cancel it right now
as
well. Andreas coming over with his
not anymore.
Cancel it. Yeah, I don't know. Technically, I think we should win on Sunday. That's how I feel. But I want to see, because they asked Shane about Daniel Jones' fibula injury, and he was like, I'm not going to get into it. He's out there, he's practicing, he's got a fibula, that's it. Yeah. But anyone can see he was affected by that ever so slightly. Where did it come from? Fibula's the front bone, the shin bone almost, or whatever. Right, yeah. Where did this come? Like, we didn't get to see anything. I'm not really.
Because it happened Thursday, right? Thursday practice, fine Wednesday, then Thursday he turned up on the report. So, I mean, what could a fibular injury be? Someone's either like stepped on him, maybe like one of the offensive linemen maybe stepped back on him,
or bone bruise or something,
or it's a stress fracture.
Bro,
I mean, that's what you think. Where I mean, people will play through stress fractures at a certain point where it's no longer just a stress fracture. It's just a true fracture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the run where he just ran, like he literally walked to the sideline. At that point, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, he's going to come out!" Like I thought he was like saying that he was done. But yeah, that was.
And then if he does ever come out of the game, is it Riley Leonard? Because AR's not fit yet, is he?
Yeah, I think
it is Riley Leonard. Yeah.
Yeah, AR can come back. Now. He's missed his 4 games, but so it'd be interesting to see if he practiced. I think it was either JJ or no, I think it was James Boyd who said that AR was in the locker room at least last week. So
I think he was on the field at one point.
Yeah, but I think like to the side or whatever, not officially. But yeah, I mean,
he was hanging around at the training facilities last week. Yeah.
And I know Shane said last week, didn't he, that as soon as he's back, he's the backup. Like it's not he's going to
because I know he's not the greatest right now, but that dual threat just freezes guys, man. He can burn you every which way on the ground, and that is enough to sometimes hold guys in their place for you to make a move. So, and Daniel Jones he's an athlete on the ground, but he's not AR on the ground, obviously. But I don't know, man. Let's
those 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s. If you've got AR, you can run out of the gun. When you got AR and JT, because you don't, he might hand it off, he might keep it, whatever.
Exactly. But hopefully, man.
I've got a good feeling the UK watch party curse is getting broken. Colts win. If the Colts get to 24 points, there's no way we can lose that game. I just cannot see the Texans scoring 24 points.
No.
So Sam, good news. You never had a UK watch party with a German before. So
that is true. That is very true. Yeah, we had a Spanish guy that randomly was at one of them, but just was at the bar. But no German Colts fans so far. So this is the curse breaker.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. But we got to win. Just win, then we can move on.
Before we jump into your guys' final score prediction, we missed out on one question from Daniel to you, George. It's good to see you, John. Great to catch up with you in Berlin. Who was your favorite player to interview or be on media?
Is this, I don't know if this is, Daniel, do you mean Colts media or just general? Because I think I've got 2 set. I don't know if you can clarify. It's really hard, man. One of my recent favorites actually was, as mad as it sounds, it was Vance Joseph, DC for the Broncos, when they came over to the UK. And I went to cover them at their training, wherever they trained. And I asked them a question about because obviously they lead the league in sacks as a defense, I believe, right now. And they're just mauling guys. I know we beat them, obviously. But he was great because I asked him a question about the difference between being an aggressive defense and defensive aggression. It sounds kind of confusing, but I knew what I meant by it. And he understood me. He knew exactly what I meant. And that's what I was very happy about that, because he was like, oh, great question. I know what you mean. And he took time to explain it. If you're talking Colts, it's not Shane Steichen, because he rarely ever says anything. Like in Frankfurt, he was very quiet. In Berlin, he was quiet. Aside from the post-game press conference, he was breathing heavy on the mic. He was high, he was red in the face. He was hyped because he won the game. But I think it's probably JT, man. Like, I've had the pleasure of meeting JT a number of times. At the Super Bowl, he gave me so much time. In Frankfurt, I got to ask him questions. But every time I asked him a question, I did a couple of them, 2 pre-game in Berlin and 1 post-game in Berlin. You seen JT, he goes into depth. He talks so eloquently. You forget he's a beast on the field. I would definitely say JT because he gives you the time of day and he actually thinks about your question and answers it rather than just coming out with some jargon. So Vance Joseph, DC the Broncos, and JT for the Colts easily.
Yeah, JT comes across as like a really smart, clued up guy, right? Like he's fully like into whatever he's doing. Like whenever he's talking, like, he's fully invested in what he's saying. So.
Yeah. I think he would have gone to Harvard if he didn't get to the NFL.
He's interested. Isn't it? He loves, is it astronomy or something like that? I forget what it is. Yeah,
astrophysics stuff.
Yeah, he's a bloody. Did you guys know? Also, my wife told me this. You know, I didn't know that he has a YouTube page and he uploads it. Him and his wife, they upload it quite frequently. They were in London some point recently, just walking around London, going through Chinatown and trying out. It's really cool. You know, like he walks around with his DJ Osmo thing and just films, and it's really, really cool. And he replies to everyone in the comments to what you see is what you get. He's such a great guy. I would go and check him out and subscribe. He's a really cool guy. You wouldn't think like he plays in the NFL. He's very humble, very down to earth, great guy on the field, off the field. So glad he's a Colt. And to think we weren't going to re-sign him at one point, like, big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah. So guys, I hope you thought about more than me. I'm happy I'm always the last one on this. So George, what's your final result?
My score prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon we got to make some noise. So I reckon we put up 4 touchdowns. We're gonna be fine with all our extra points. I'm gonna go 31-14.
Nice. Christoph, what'd you say?
Not easy. So I think 27-17.
27-17.
I'm going to go. Trying to think. 29-13. I think defensively, I think we're going to own this on Sunday. I think it might be a defensive touchdown. 29-13. Colts keep rolling.
We lead the league in consecutive takeaways. We've had one every single game. So there you go.
You know one's coming.
I will make it even more low-scoring game. I will go for 24-10.
24-10.
Okay.
Well, now we just got to go and do the business.
Yeah. No pressure. Oh, man.
So, guys, thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching us. George, thank you for being with us. It was awesome.
It's a pleasure, man. We got to do it again. My bad. Honestly, my bad. But we got to do it again. Especially when we win on Sunday. We got to do it again.
Yeah. Anytime, yeah. Anytime, George.
For sure.
Anytime. You're always welcome. So, guys.
I'll just,
cheers.
Cheers, guys. One last shout out. UK, if you're in Manchester, 4:00 Brotherhood on Sunday in Manchester. And also the Austrian guys are doing their watch party as well. It's in Chelsea. Just hit up. I think they're meeting from 6 p.m. Austrian time. So let's go and support them.
I'm out. I got none left.
So see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we are talking about a win. Cheers and go Colts.
Cheers.
For the shoe, baby.
Colts.
Cheers.
Let's get it.